Hi, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me and you can see me. I see Gorney, you're on.
Yes, I'm right here.
Hey, Gorney. Hey, you sent me an email today about your week one assignment.
Yeah, like I don't know if I got the submission like due date wrong. Well, like I turned it in, but like I know like you had like guidelines and rules that you wanted me to fix. I saw on there, but I didn't know like
Let
I
me
didn't
see.
receive that until later. So I wasn't sure like I revised it, but I wasn't sure like how that works.
Yeah, usually you have the week that you have to do it, and then I give you another week with a 10% penalty to get it in. And then after that, there's no getting it in after that.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I mean, you've got both of them in. You scored okay. You passed both times, so you should be fine. I may have made some comments so just so that you know for the next time. I just provide feedback as part of the rubric.
Yeah, that's what I was basing it off of. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah, yeah, that's I usually look at what you submit and I try to give you some hints and stuff for the next stuff that's coming up.
Okay.
But you're okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Now, this past week, we may have had an issue. Several of you were flagged with AI content issues. Okay. Um, Usually, Moodle has they use copy leaks to detect, if anybody went into ChatGPT and just, did their stuff through ChatGPT, or they did their assignments or discussions. Well, it's really the assignments through uh, you know, they got help, or it was an online content, or they derived some of it from the internet, things like that. So copy leaks is what the school uses to detect AI content. Several of you got flagged with 100%, which means definitely came from the internet or was a submission that was previously submitted. Now, some of you had basically said that you were using Grammarly. Now, I use Grammarly myself, and I use it on my local laptop, to fix things up and correct sentence structure and things like that. And then I take that Word document and then, I would, upload it or do whatever I needed to do with it. Some of you were, I guess, using the online version of Grammarly where you were uploading your entire document to Grammarly. It would modify it and then I guess give it back to you and upload it. So that document may be flagged as AI content related. And I can see why, because it was changed online. So be wary of that. Be careful of that. Because the school's policy for me is if it comes back with an AI content, especially of 100%, I'm just supposed to just turn that in um, to the admins and say, hey, it's plagiarized, and that's it. I'm done with it. But I don't do that. I give everyone a chance because things happen. So I give you a chance to rewrite it and then send it back to me, and then I'll run it through the process again and see if it gets flagged. If it doesn't, you're good to go. Several of you have actually rewritten your efforts and sent it back to me. Some of you emailed it to me, and then I just ran it through the system, and then it came back zero. So you did good. So out of the six that I flagged, I only received two back. So just letting you know. Evie Gutierrez.
So for the last assignment you wanted us to do,
Oh, week which one? Week three?
it was the HTML one where we had to submit the text file. the
Oh,
last. So
okay.
so I like tried to like see if anything would come up on that one, and it like on my previous ones, on the ones I like resubmitted to you, stuff still came up saying it was detected. And then also on that one, and but I tried adding comment blocks to make it seem more personal, but I think I don't know if it's the assignment's just really basic because I used kind of textbook HTML from what was given to us. Um, and basically with what you wanted from the assignment.
As far as the HTML is concerned, I wouldn't worry about that because I honestly do not use copy leaks on anything coming back with the HTML. Any project assignments where you're giving me back code, I don't use their stuff. I have my own stuff that I use. So I wouldn't worry about AI content as far as that kind of stuff is concerned. So don't worry about that.
Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, you're okay. But what I'm going to do is, if you have, let's say in week 3 and week 4, this week as well, you're supposed to be designing rudimentary websites, right? Just so that you can demonstrate what you've learned with HTML and CSS. So basic rudimentary, little websites. Now, you could include images, and I actually encourage you to include video and get creative and do all kinds of stuff. Now, some of you said, well, I've got a folder full of files and I can't upload the folder. Well, what you do is you zip it. If you zip it, then you could take that file, zip it up. I will unzip it on my end, and then I will run it through my web browser and take a look at what you've done. Okay. So that's going to be for last week and for this week, which, by the way, there is an exam this week for HTML and CSS. And it goes through basically what's been in the last couple of chapters of the ebooks. Any questions on any of that?
Yeah, real quick. Yeah.
Hey,
With
Jack.
that quiz, so this coming week, that multiple choice quiz
Yep.
is on Sunday, and then we have another project assignment due this weekend as well, and there's no discussion this week.
No, well, no discussion. No, just the assignment and just the exam.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, you're good. Any other questions? Anything about anything about the exam, anything about the past assignments, anything about this AI content stuff?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So when using an image in HTML, I know you're supposed to save it as a JPEG.
Hmm.
You know, the kind of like foolproof way to do that, if there's an easier way, because I honestly just changed the conversion to JPG from.
That's really the best way to do it. I mean, there are image formats that Microsoft with the old Explorer that it would accept, but you want your stuff to be able to run in as many browsers as possible because some people use Chrome, some people use Firefox, some people, there's 20 million of these, web browsers out there, but guaranteed every single one of them uses JPEG. So best thing to do is just convert everything to JPEG and you shouldn't have a problem. And
um
this is for anything. I mean, if you're going to be designing a website that, you want the most amount of people to be able to use, you want to use the format that most everybody is going to be able to use, which would be, any CSS style. That's why you're using CSS style sheets because all the browsers accept that. HTML, later on, we're going to be looking at JavaScript, um, image files, just JPG, convert everything to JPG, JPEG.
also
And it,
so
mhm.
oh,
Yeah, go
so,
ahead.
also with the images, how do we know like if it's coming from our computer that it's going to be able to be seen from another computer? Should I use a link or should I use the image from my computer or a file path or anything like
It
that?
should be the image on your computer. Don't use anything where you have a hyperlink to something else, because if you're hyperlinking to another page or another image or anything like that, then what if that website goes down? What if they change the image? What if, there's a whole bunch of stuff that can happen, you know? YouTube seems to be pretty steady when it comes to, videos, if you wanted to do a, video link from there. But even that, what I would probably do is download the video and then add that with your package, zip everything up and make sure that the video is on your local hard drive. Any files that you use should be really located on your local hard drive, zipped up, put up. That's what you should submit. I'll take the zip file. I'm going to unzip it, and then hopefully it'll work. I mean, I have internet connection, so if you did do a hyperlink, it should work, but there's no guarantee in that kind of situation. And again, this is an intro class. I'm not, we're not going to go into, heavy duty stuff with, iCloud servers and all kinds of stuff where you need, passwords and IDs. We're not going to get into that. This is basically a rudimentary, we are going to get into databases at some point later on down the road, but you're going to be installing SQLite. So it'll be something that's installed on your computer. It'll be something that, it'll be on your desktop. And if it works for you, it should work for me.
So it wouldn't matter if I just did an image from my computer, it would show up on yours.
As long as it, when you're uploading all the stuff, okay, as like, okay, this is my little, website for this assignment. Just make sure that you can upload each and every file individually, or you can zip it up and then upload it. So like that, I'll make sure that I download each and every file. That includes all your images, all your videos, all that stuff into a folder, and I'll create it, and then I'll say E Gutierrez, right? And then I'll run it from my web browser. If it looks for, now it may look for, I would have all the files pertaining to your website in the same folder, okay? Because if it's looking at some other folder, someplace, or at least if it's in a subfolder, I'll realize that and I'll create a subfolder and then I'll add some of the images in there, you know? If you zip let's say, you may have a subfolder that says images, another subfolder that says video. When you zip the topmost folder, everything below that should also zip up. So then when I unzip it, everything should unzip, including those subfolders with your images and videos. But if you put it someplace completely else and it's not part of your zip file, well, guess what? If it doesn't find it, it's going to give an error.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. That was a great question, by the way. Excellent question. Anyone else? Just chime in. No other questions? Okay. Um, Again, I'm in and out as far as the email, usually I'm every other day I'm on. Um, so, just you can email me, definitely. And then I'll try to answer you back as soon as I possibly can. Peyton, yes. Yeah, you can definitely stay on and chat. if you like. Um, Anyone else? No questions? All right, good luck. Good luck on the exam this week. Okay. And everyone can drop off except for Peyton.
Are there
Thanks,
any,
guys.
oh, sorry, are there any restrictions with the exam? Like, is it open book or is closed book?
I mean, if you're doing it from your house and you've got an open, I mean, open book, it's an ebook.
Mhm.
I think the thing is it goes full screen to prevent you from doing that. So, but that's not to say you can't have your iPad next to you and Google the stuff. I'll be honest with you, it's only 30 minutes, 25 questions. If you take the time to go back and look up everything, you're gonna run out of time. It's
Okay.
it's a
I was
little
just
over
wondering.